Hi, I'm Natalie Ledwell, and today I want to share with you some best meditation techniques that will prove that it's easier than you think. Now, by now, the whole world knows that you should be meditating daily for optimal physical and mental health. Even people who've been living in a cave know this. Actually, people who are living in a cave are probably doing this. But why aren't most of us doing it as often as we should? And why isn't this part of our daily routine and part of our daily success rituals? I believe it's the same reason that we don't consistently exercise or don't consistently eat healthy food or make healthy choices. We get strapped for time. We get lazy. We get out of the habit of doing it. We lose our discipline and we succumb to temptation. Or we listen to some ineffective advice that makes out that meditation isn't simple and it's not transformational and it's not as enjoyable as it should be. Now, I've spent the last 10 years meditating daily. And through my Mind Movies movement, I've helped millions of people harness the power of meditation in their lives. So you could say, I know one or two things about meditation. Now, today I want to share with you a few of the most common meditation misconceptions that make meditation seem like it's a way lot harder than it should really be. And I'm also going to share with you some simple corrections that will make all the difference to your daily inward journeys. So number one is that instead of meditating whenever you have the time, you should set a time and stick to it. Now, many meditation teachers, in an effort to show you how easy meditation is, will advise you just to meditate wherever and whenever you want to. You know, when you can find a few minutes here and a few minutes there, and you can step away from your busy life. Now, the thing is, how often and how consistently are we really going to be able to find just a few minutes of quiet time? Plus, even when you do, will you have the discipline to sit down and meditate each time? I know when I have a few minutes, it's a struggle to be able to sit down and meditate or get stuck into the Facebook vortex or the Instagram vortex. And I think you know what I mean. So instead of struggling with trying to find bits and pieces here and having all that resistance and trying to find a few minutes here and there, I find that it's better, especially when you set out, to set a daily time to meditate. So either in the morning before you start your day or in the evening before you go to bed. Now, having a repeatable routine, one that you know that you can stick to and one that's going to set you up for success, now this is one of the keys to making a success ritual stick. And as you do this over time, your brain builds the necessary neural pathways to make it an effortless part of your day. So make sure that you choose a time that's going to suit you and stick to it. Okay, so number two is instead of trying to meditate for say 20 minutes every time that you sit down to meditate, find your ideal duration for when you start and then build on that at your own pace. Again, you want to set yourself up for success. So if 20 minutes is unreasonable and it's going to be really difficult for you to do that, don't start at 20 minutes. For some reason, 20 minutes has become the magic number on how long a person should meditate. I have no idea who pulled this number out of their butt, but it doesn't have to be 20 minutes. You can definitely get benefits from meditation in less than that. Now, I do agree that 20 minutes in most cases is a good amount of time, but not everyone has that amount of time or has that amount of patience or has that amount of focus to be able to do that when they're starting out, especially if you're a beginner. So if you find it hard to sit down and meditate for a 20-minute stretch, allow yourself to start with a shorter duration. Maybe start with 5 minutes. 5 minutes is perfectly fine. Then gradually move up from there until you find your ideal session time, which could be 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and it could be 20 minutes. But whatever you do, just do what you can and then slowly build on that as you go through. Okay, so number three is instead of trying to clear your mind of all your thoughts as you meditate, allow your stray thoughts to naturally come and go. Now, one of the most common misconceptions about meditation is that it's all about keeping your mind clear of thoughts, which I don't know if you've tried meditation, but that's a really hard thing to do. Even if you're someone who's a seasoned meditator, it's a very difficult thing to have absolutely no thought whatsoever in your mind. Now, this is why many people get really frustrated because they just can't seem to keep their minds free of thought and they can't keep their inner journeys free of all the mind chatter and all the stray thoughts that are coming through. So the key to dealing with stray thoughts is to treat them as a passing breeze. Acknowledge them, allow them to be present, and to let go of them as if they're just passing through. Now, it is the same exact mechanism of passing thoughts that allows you to experience a deeply personal epiphany and any realizations from your subconscious mind as you meditate, which is one of the greatest gifts that meditation can give you. You see, when I meditate, sometimes I meditate with a purpose. I meditate because I really want to get the answer. I want to get some inspiration. I want to figure out what the next step is. I want to know how to make my next decision. And so when I sit down to meditate, I start with quieting my mind, start with focusing, and then already asked the question before I go into my meditation. So when I have thoughts coming through, which of course they're going to, again, I notice them, I acknowledge them. If there's something that I feel can really help me to solve the issue that I have or the question that I have, I'll just look and go, and then see where that leads. So it all depends on the type of meditation that you want to do. But don't beat yourself up if you can't clear your minds of thoughts, because there's very few people who can do that. All right, so number 4 is, instead of sticking to one type of meditation, experiment with a few different styles and see what fits you best. So from Kundalini to Transcendental to modern breathing and mindfulness, there are so many countless ways to meditate. And even though you may find one that suits you, or one style that suits you, doesn't mean you have to do that forever. You can always mix it up and move it around. For me, it depends on how much time I have as to which kind of meditation I do, or what's the purpose of my meditation in that moment. If I'm looking just to relax, I do one type of meditation. If I'm looking for an answer or an insight, I do a different type of meditation. So chances are you're going to like some more than others. And if you've been trying one method for a while and not getting any of the results, then don't be afraid to try something else. There are so many different types of meditation out there, even from all your guided meditations, so many to choose from. And you can even adopt a combination of different meditation types, depending on your mood, on your schedule, and what goals you have at the time. So mix it up, go crazy, I say. Okay, so number 5 is, instead of comparing yourself to other meditators, focus on the progress that you've made for yourself. Now, what I mean by this is, if you're someone watches a lot of social media, or you're online a lot, and let's face it, if what actually was depicted there represented reality, it would seem that everybody who meditates is perfectly zen, overjoyed with their lives, very grateful with everything that's happening, and they have this full-on meditation practice. Now, remember that you're just exposed what it is that they want you to see. You're exposed to the best of what they have. That's not reality. They're only showing you a slice of what's actually going on. And they don't show you the challenges and the adversity taking place behind the scenes, which means it's pointless and sometimes damaging to compare yourself to what you think you know about them and what you think they are as a meditator. Yes, while of course it's good to be inspired and learn from others, what's most important is your own personal progress with meditation, not what other people are doing. Even if it's not share-worthy online, or as share-worthy as that meditation celebrity who seems to be so zen on Instagram. Actually, to be honest with you, as soon as we can stop comparing ourselves to the facade that people put online, the happier our lives are going to be, period. Okay, so number 6, instead of struggling to lock in your meditation practice, expand your definition of what meditation really is. Now, at its core, meditation is simply a way of reconnecting with the essence of your being, the divine part of who you are, who you really are, which is why some people reject the notion that you are required to sit in solitude, sit with your legs crossed, or sit with your eyes closed. So activities like walking and writing and even washing the dishes are considered by many to be forms of meditation as well. Now remember, there's no such thing as the meditation police. They're not going to be breathing down your neck, making sure that you're doing it the right way. So have fun with this ancient practice and keep tweaking your personal approach until you find one that really gives you maximum relaxation and clarity and enjoyment. We're meant to be having fun with this. Have fun meditating. Okay, now before I go, I would love to hear from you. So which one of the meditation techniques that I shared today did you like best? Please share your comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the My Movies YouTube channel for more videos on personal growth and the law of attraction. My name is Natalie Ledwell. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.